craziness continues. It's been a little while since I've uploaded a video. I've just been busy and trying to really take some time off of what's been going on in the world. Markets are tanking, everything is red, censorship is going crazy, food prices, gas prices are off the charts. Every week I look at a new news headline that says, "Oh, we beat a new record," and now the interest rates are going up. But today's topic I kind of want to discuss is censorship. I mean, like I said, there's a bunch of issues that are going on. Everything seems to be just hyper charged at this point, and how everything is happening. It's quite a bit of influence on our day-to-day life. Usually politics, as I remember maybe 10 years ago, maybe like things happening policies and politics in general, that you won't see the influence of it in day-to-day life. But that's not the case anymore. Here's a perfect example. Libs of TikTok expose is part of a new trend, shaming private citizens who dissent. I mean, we've already seen this in Canada, where some of the people that went to the rally, the truckers convoy, still haven't been let loose. They still haven't gotten their access to their bank accounts. And here it is. This is their new target. Libs of TikTok has become powerful platform social media influencer, and they're saying it's spreading anti-LGBTQ plus sentiment and fueling the right-wing media's outrage machine. I mean, these are a lot of. I like that they did that. There are a bunch of faces on here, including Joe Rogan, that they tried to shut down because it didn't go well with what they were trying to portray and the narrative. So Joe Rogan was thinking on his own, and he said some things that they didn't like, and kind of have calmed him down as to what he discusses on his podcast. So it does have an influence. We self-censor if you even try to approach. So these aren't good things. And then there's the very smart, the very charming, and the new leader of the free world, AOC, who's talking about stuff like that she doesn't have any. All she gives is opinions. She's really never making anything worth looking into. But here she says, is anyone archiving these Trump sycophants for when they try to downplay or deny their complicity in the future? I foresee decent probability many deleted tweets, writing photos in the future. Yeah, I think you should focus on your own end when you say that. There's nothing that these people are saying, which I'll show you here, that should concern anyone in that sense. They're bringing obvious issues to the forefront, and I think they should be allowed to do that. But here, so leaked internal messages from Twitter employees debating whether to ban Libs of TikTok. So in April, Twitter, Libs of TikTok, which aggregate video posted on TikTok by deranged leftists, was doxxed by the Washington Post Taylor Lorenz. The doxing notably backfired as their account doubled in a week, and now they're trying to go at him again. So they played some of these videos. She shared some of these clips that were, I don't want to hear that were happening at family-friendly, all-ages events where they're doing drag and pride events, which again, they're fine to do. No one has any issues with that. But like you won't allow a kid to go into an R-rated movie if it's hypersexualized. I feel like there should be a limit to how much a kid is exposed at a certain age. And maybe this doesn't openly say what kind of situation or what kind of place this was done at, but this one here was done at middle school, and they brought a drag queen named Nicole Jizz. I would personally have a problem if my kid is in middle school and going to this school, and because nothing against the person who's here, all power to them for them to do the private things that we all do in the privacy of their home, but not in front of my kids. And that's what they were bringing up, and people aren't liking that on the left. They had obtained leak chats by Twitter employees discussing whether to ban her, and they also mentioned that if we can ban Twitter, or I mean Trump, we can ban this person, Libs of TikTok, and we'll get away with it. And the problem is that how much of these bans and censorship are going to be allowed before people understand that this is not something that a way a society should work. You have the right to your opinion, we have the right to ours. If it's a private company and people are saying, oh, it's a private company, they can do whatever they want. If they don't agree with it, the people that run the company should be allowed to do that. Now, this is the argument I would make on that. So, sure, it's a private company, but it's not necessarily 100% private, because in a way, as an example here, top Biden advisor Gina McCarthy says social media companies should censor content that is critical of their green energy transition. So the government is taking part in directing certain practices or ways of doing things, and how social media approaches the policies that they implement. So if the government is telling you that you should be censoring content, first of all, that is not constitutional. It's not in our constitution. It's First Amendment. People should be allowed to say what they want to say, as long as it's not harming anyone else. And if that's the opinion of Libs of TikTok, then she should have the right to do that. But this is where I draw the line. When the government is jumping in to tell a social media company that they should censor content that is critical to their green energy transition or anything for that matter, and in this video, if you listen to it, she uses anything that is countering basically as a source of disinformation. They did that with COVID. They're doing this with the pride thing. They're doing this with LGBTQ. They're doing this with the green energy. Anything that counters the opinion of the government. This is a very, very. History will tell us this is not. This is exactly how authoritarians censor the people that are on the opposing side, so they can have the power without any kind of any opposition at all. And if the citizens of a country that are in a democratic world are not allowed to do that, then we are not in a democracy. And these government officials blatantly saying that is very concerning. And I feel like people should be aware of it and not get bogged down by the policy of left or right. If you're either side of the story, you should really be aware of that being the issue. And I feel like that's where we're missing out on a lot of things, that people are just going against the proposed arguments, as in I support this, I don't support that. I'm pro LGBTQ. This person is anti whatever. I'm pro masking. I'm anti masking. Ignore the policies, but understand the point that they're making. If you could be against one thing and not the other, and they don't let you be, that day is coming for you if you agree with everything they're doing here right now. So be smart. Don't get divide and don't fall for the divide and rule policy that has been successfully utilized by many different dictators in the past. Actually think on your own and understand that yes, I disagree with the other person, but I will let them have their say because it doesn't influence me if I don't get mad about it. Those emotions and feelings that I'm expressing on someone saying something are mine, and I can control those. The person that's saying those things should not have that control over you. So you should still allow people to make their opinions as you would on a platform like Twitter or Facebook. So let's not forget that and get back to being a civil society where we can hear and debate each other, and then understand that these policies and these little statements that are being made are to rile us up against each other, and that's not what we should be looking to do. At the end, we're all from the same country. Our goal should be to look out for the betterment of the society as a whole. And some things are just morally inappropriate, like the argument of having children being exposed to sexual innuendos or sexual education at a very young age is probably 90% of people would have an issue with that. And if you don't, then you do it in the privacy of your home. If that's something you want to teach your kid at a younger age, I feel like it should not be imposed on everyone else, especially without a debate and an opinion poll, which you're already trying to censor these people by doing that. If you say, oh, majority of the people are okay with it, then you got to let that be the case. If people are voicing their opinions and you're shutting them down, then then the person that is shutting you down is worried about that being the mass public's opinion. Otherwise, it shouldn't matter. If 90% of the people on your side, then you shouldn't have an issue with it. Them trying to censor people, there's something wrong with it. Anyways, I'll keep this video short. I'm going to be making a lot more videos, so make sure you like and subscribe and share, and come back for more. See you on the next one.